I wanted to motivate someone out there and let you know that this is for the person that don't know who you are. This is for the person that having trouble with figuring out your calling, where you are on your path, on your journey with Jesus, with being led by the Spirit of God, and this is for you. So, I know it's not for everybody, but it's somebody out there that's confused and just don't know what it's saying. And God wanted me to let you know today, right now, that who you are and what He created you for, when you seek Him, He will show you. You will find you in Him. So therefore, you read your Bible. And as you read your Bible, because to me, I just say ask for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to be able to discern what that Bible is saying to you. When you get in that Bible, if you read it and you hear what God say, as for you, I have called you to preach to the nations. You are my servant. You belong to me. You are a friend. Whatever you read, and He say, as for you, as if He is talking to you, or if anybody that's from there. You don't take it out of context where you know that it's something that you feel like you are to cast out demons. You take that thing and run with it, and you walk in that authority of what God is calling you to. Because if you read it, if you was in that verse and that stuck out to you, that's what God is saying to you. And you don't let anybody take that away from you. You struggle with who you are because you haven't spent time with Him to know what he requires of you. So a lot of people don't know because it's like you listening to what everybody in the world say. Block the world out because the world will jack you up. You know what I'm saying? The world will really, really jack you up. So you got to block the world out and just chill out with that. You know what I'm saying? Chill out with that and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving, keep it grooving. Do what God has called you to do. It's this big thing with real and fake in the world. And God is letting us know that, He has character. You ain't never see Jesus when He was walking the earth really just going ham on anyone. You never seen Him just carrying Himself outside of character. He always did only what He said the Father sent Him to do. When He came down here, He said, I only do what the Father has sent me to do. I only do what I've seen the Father do. Pretty much. And I'm paraphrasing, but we know that when He walked the earth, that He was doing what He was about business. He was about the Father's business. So therefore, people have a big issue with people being fake. And I want to let y'all know, you rather a person, so you want to deal with a confrontational person that's coming to you, stirring up confusion. It's okay to talk so y'all won't beef, so nobody, because if your brother or sister have offended you, it's okay to talk to them to clear the air. That's fine. But if you got to go to somebody all the time and you want them to just call this out and just make beef with you, and you say that because they don't want to talk to you a certain kind of way, they're being fake. They're not being fake. There's a lot of people that they have chosen to bridle their tongue, watch what they say. If they can't say nothing good or they can't keep it cool, then they're just trying to keep it cool and smooth. And to be honest, God would much rather you be what the word say fake, because He called it just being worshiping Him in truth. But if the world wants to say you being fake, if being fake is choosing not to argue, if being fake is choosing not to get mad, choosing not to hurt somebody, feeling and offend somebody, if that's being fake, then in the spiritual realm, be fake, because God says, I love you for not going there even when you could have. I love you for the restraint, for the self-control. That's what it's about. So you got this real and this fake thing. That's worldly stuff. You know what I'm saying? And people say, oh, everything it was fake. My cousin made a comment. She was saying something about fake love. And just because the person, everybody ain't finna come to you and just say, you did this to me, you did that to me. Some people just gonna handle you out a long handle spoon. You good, they ain't finna hurt your feelings, but do they gotta come to you and just go in on you or hurt your feelings or break you down for you to feel like that was real love? It's like people feel like they gotta be broke down and confronted for them to have real love. Sometimes it's real when you decide to not go there, because you're trying to follow God and you want to keep it real to Him, not to a person. You know what I'm saying? We trying to keep it real for Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love Jesus. We trying to keep it real for Jesus and what He did, and by God sending His only Son. We trying to keep it real with them. And with that whole, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, we trying to keep it real. So if somebody to you want to, like that fake and real thing, get that out your vocabulary. Get that out your thought process. That doesn't even matter. You know, it really doesn't. When you come around somebody, if you got to fake, which that's what they call it, but God says keeping it in character. Like they say, what would Jesus do? So every time you choose to say, I'm doing good and smile or whatever, versus being mad and acting out like you hate somebody, God said, I appreciate that. I love that. That's worshiping me right there, because I know you ain't really feeling them. But for you to press through, for me to not cause division, not cause issues, not stir up anger and hatred, I got you. I got you. Before you know it, because you treating them so nice, they going to wonder why they acting like that with you, and then they going to have to come to you. That's what it's about. We got to choose all that worldly stuff, somebody real and fake and all that. God say, no, baby, that's worldly stuff. That's of the devil. You know what I'm saying? That's the money. And anytime you let the devil use you to clown, you have been used by the devil. God never clown. You know what I'm saying? He might have got mad and brought judgment, sent the angels to bring judgment or whatever, release his wrath. But clowning and just acting a fool, anything he did. When it hit. When he bless you, he bless you. You would curse, you would curse. But all that ramping and just, getting outright, it was never like that. It was never like that. So I just want y'all to know that this is God's perspective on the way he wants us to live. You know what I'm saying? So wait, let people say, oh, you fake. Yeah, you fake because you decide not to clown on them. You fake because you don't want to have an awkward conversation with them to make everybody like an elephant in the room. Like I said, if you can talk, I ain't never say don't talk. If you can make clarification and fix something, by all means, confront that thing. But if you know it's going to be you dealing with somebody that's not level-headed and do not know how to talk and hold a conversation like you about a spiritual situation, or just talk in a cool way like Jesus would do, you have be fake. That's what the word wants to say. Because remember, to God, fakeness equals character. It equals bridling your tongue. It equals worship. You know what I'm saying? Only to a worldly person they would say, "Oh, you being fake." You know what I'm saying? That's something that I had to learn from just hearing people, and I'm learning as I learn God's way, and when I'm learning His character, He don't call that fake. And that's all that I'm saying. It's not to offend anyone that has done it. He don't call that fake. You know what I'm saying? That's what people out here in the world do. Remember, we're not to be like the worldly people. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It starts on the inside and eventually from the inside out. We start with trying to change in here. Before you know it, our whole image change on the outside, and we're looking the part as well. And that's for me. But I just wanted to, just say that to you guys, because I love y'all, and we're supposed to grow. And like I said, I don't call it where I'm teaching anyone anything. I just call it where I'm sharing, something that the Father speaks to me about, and I'm sharing it with my sisters and my brothers, okay? All right, so I love you guys. And remember, ain't no real and fake. You know what I'm saying? It is to them, but what we got devilish ways and we got godly ways. The godly ways might seem fake to them because they live with going ham, and all that kind of stuff. But God said, we smooth and cool. We let it slide off. We keep it moving. We smile at you. We don't want no smoke, as they say. We don't need no beef. We don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? We don't want any confusion. That's what we do as children of God. We don't entertain the jump off. We don't get it crunked up. We handle you cool and smooth. We get on about our business, and then anything we tell God on you, we snitch. We'll say, Lord, they did this, they did that, and I handled them the best way I could because I didn't want to break down and say something that I would regret. That's what it's about. That's worship. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to lace you up. So I love you guys. Y'all stay blessed and trust the process. I'm here to tell you, I'm the process. You know what I'm saying? So trust it. It's real, but it's worth it. All right? Bye-bye.